Sturgeon's law chief resigns following botched government probe into Alex Salmond. The SNP-led Scottish government's chief legal officer has resigned following a botched Scottish government probe concerning Alex Salmond. James Wolffe QC will step down from his role after 5 years, which has been marred by controversy following the Scottish Parliament's probe into the Scottish government's botched handling of harassment complaints against the former First Minister. Mr. Salmond wanted judicial review when the Scottish government investigation into sexual misconduct allegations against him was declared unlawful and tainted with apparent bias. The case landed the Scottish government with a bill of more than £500,000 in legal fees when the Court of Session ruled in his favour in January 2019. Mr. Salmond criticised the Crown Office and Mr. Wolffe over its astonishing demand his written evidence to the Scottish Parliament committee probing the Scottish government's botched handling of harassment claims be redacted. The former SNP leader also called on the Lord Advocate, who is both the head of the Crown Office and a member of the Scottish Government, to resign over the saga. MSPs on the committee also questioned Mr. Wolffe about Alex Salmond's allegation that the Scottish Government had ignored a police warrant ordering it to hand over vital documents ahead of his criminal trial. At an evidence session in March, Mr. Wolffe said the Crown Office was unaware of the details of the complaint and made clear he would not want to comment one way or another on the matter. He also denied any wrongdoing and wholly rejected Mr. Salmond's allegations, telling MSPs the Crown Office had been motivated purely by a desire to protect the identity of the complainers at Mr. Salmond's criminal trial. Mr. Wolffe also denied any political influence relating to Mr. Salmond's criminal prosecution, which saw him acquitted of 13 charges at Edinburgh's High Court last year. Scotland's top law officer also apologised to MSPs and the public for a very serious failure in the system of prosecution, which saw more than £20 million in damages awarded to 2 former administrators of Rangers Football Club in February. Mr. Wolffe said there had been profound departures from the normal practices when the Crown decided to prosecute Paul Clarke and David Whitehouse. The lawyer, however, insisted that lessons had been learned, as he told MSPs that the decision to indict the 2 men had been indefensible in law. The pair had been appointed joint administrators of Rangers in 2012, but were arrested in 2014 regarding their involvement with the administration. After all the charges against the pair were either dropped or dismissed, Mr. Clarke and Mr. Whitehouse launched a civil action against the Lord Advocate, seeking damages on the grounds of malicious prosecution. Mr. Wolffe, who was not the Lord Advocate at the time of the initial prosecution, admitted liability in August last year. After this, mediation took place, resulting in both men being paid £10.5 million in damages. After the announcement today, Jackie Baillie MSP, deputy leader of Scottish Labour, called for the dual role to be separated ahead of new appointments set to be made by the First Minister later this month. She added, the SNP should use this opportunity to separate the role of the Lord Advocate as the independent head of the prosecution system from sitting in the cabinet and being a member of the government. In that way the post will in future be truly independent. Alongside Mr. Wolffe, Scotland's Solicitor General Alison D. Rollo is also stepping down. A Scottish Government spokesperson added, the Lord Advocate informed the First Minister last year that he intended to leave office following the recent election and confirmed his intention before her re-election by the Scottish Parliament as First Minister. The Solicitor General has confirmed her intention to stand down at the same time. It is for the First Minister to nominate new law officers and, subject to approval of her nominees by the Scottish Parliament, to recommend their appointment to Her Majesty the Queen. The current law officers intend to remain in office until the new law officers are appointed.